Truth is stranger than fiction. When it gets too hot in your kitchen.
We live in a period of complete and utter consumerism, narcissism. We're full of narcissistic individuals. Me being the same, and everyone goes out and buys a new TV. They get this beautiful big TV. They spend €1,000 on it, and they turn it on. It's got a camera pointing at you, and the one going back, and they sit there in front of it all day, getting entertained. It's unbelievable. And I used to sit there for hours watching TV. I've got rid of it. And I beg anyone listening to this short little broadcast, first thing you do, get rid of your TV. So what's happened recently in Tunisia? What's happened in France? I look at the stuff that's going on in Tunisia and they say there's been a massacre on the beach. Okay? And I very much doubt it. I haven't seen any blood. I haven't seen any dead bodies. I've just been told by the media again that this tragedy is taking place. The same in France. Some guy gets his head cut off, stuck on a spike, and I say, but I don't see the head. I haven't seen a murder. The same with ISIS. Could you just focus on that? Do you have an opinion on what's taking place in the media at the moment? Because as you say, it's all fear-based.
I have one comment. It goes like this. It is like, please understand, fear is their tool.
Yeah.
They need to freak you out. If you do not freak out, they cannot control you. This is why I focus so much on liberating people from fear by exposing the truth, so that you can see this world is not filled with crazy terrorists. It is filled with a few people in very nice suits that are total psychopaths.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've done hundreds of interviews exposing false flag terror, how it's carried out, what are the ingredients. It's just like making a pie, that you need certain ingredients and you need a certain theme to freak the population out. If you don't have a freaked out population, you cannot control them. If you say go there and they say up yours, you cannot control them. So you need to fear them. Then you need fear. And now they're running out of options. I hope partly because of me. I would be so proud if I'm really messing it up for them. I know that I personally stopped at least 2 false flag massacres. So these things, after 30 years, I put myself on the line. I've risked my life several times. I've tracked down assassins. I've exposed serial killers. This is not a game for wolves. I'm not polishing my halo. I'm just saying, I'm not just empty words. I do not know if there is such a thing as a real terrorist.
I would agree with you.
I don't know. I have never, ever encountered one that looks like Abdullah and has a bomb tied around his bomb. I have not. I have seen it being carried out. And then when I start looking into it, it's financed by the FBI. They're trained, they're equipped by the CIA. Whatever it is, it's the same thing. But we've come to a point, I think, especially after the Boston bombing, there was a change there. The Sandy Hook, but the Boston bombing, that was around that time, where they came to a point, I think it was after 9/11 actually, where they had a problem with too many victims, real victims, because especially mothers, if you get a mother of a dead person after you, they have nothing to lose. They do not back down.
That's right.
Don't mess with mothers. That's what I say.
Yeah, exactly. Bring back that female, the real female.
Yeah. You will see in many Latin countries where there have been revolutions, where they, tortured and killed people in the thousands. It's the mothers.
That's right.
They're the ones making a difference. And after 9/11, we had mothers on the war hunt.
Warpath, yeah.
Warpath, thank you. So it came to a point where they said, we need to start being able to control all parameters. So we need a small group that we know exactly where we We need to use the same people again and again and again, so we don't have a problem with whistleblowers, the leakage, and all of these things. So we'll put together like a tour, a horror, rock of horror show, that type of thing. We put it on the road globally, and this is what we see. In my opinion, this is what we see. We see the same people running around in SWAT team uniforms in Paris, as in Copenhagen, as in Tunisia, as in Sydney,
That's
as
right.
in Toronto, as in Ottawa, and so on. We see the same background actors. We see the same directors. We see the same public relation companies doing the slogans, printing up all of these, Charlie Hebdo. Where did they come from? Thousands and thousands, same logo, same font, same background, black. Normal people know that a printer, if you print black on a printer, it uses up the cartridge right away. So you would print it the other way around. You would put black and print no, all of them black background, white. And Je suis Charlie, what is that? That is a slogan. Je suis even sounds like Jesus, the spelling.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do, let's stand up for France, or let's
No.
help the victims. It is a slogan.
Yeah.
And you have to see when these things are carried out, you are up against a machine of propaganda, a propaganda machine that is on standby. The shootings in Copenhagen, I mean, the gun smoke hadn't even lifted before people were in the thousands with candles in the street, all of them identical candles. Where did they come from? I've spoken to people, people were handing them out. Who was handing them out?
That's right.
Who was handing them? Who had the posters on standby when Ole Palme was shot? Boom! They were there before his heart had even stopped. There were the posters. This is the thing you have to watch out for. It's problem, reaction, solution. That is the one. So they're running out of options. How can they scare us? Now with all the gaming things, I mean, with them, you can't even, if you take a 5-year-old and you show them Chainsaw Massacre, they won't even get upset anymore because they're so numbed down. So how can you freak a population like that out? You cannot. And now they've done all of these green screen, chop the head off, chop. Doesn't work.
It's such a scam.
So now I think, they're thinking, we need to think outside the box. Let's go Monty Python, Let's dress them up like Ninja Turtles, and like when they said, we will let ourselves be infected with the Ebola virus and then enter the Western society. That is a quote from Monty Python 20 odd years ago.
Right.
Right. The suicide, it's like, and now, okay, I can only say they've used all the hoaxes when it comes to the viruses. I mean, what is it going to be next time? The blown up donkey inside out turning vomit virus. What are they going to... I really feel sorry for them.
Well, these are really brilliant points, I just want to add something. My son, 14-year-old son, PlayStation, he has a game called Call of Duty, right? It's just one of those things. And in Call of Duty, he gets to fight in Yemen, right? And they came out 2 years ago. And here we are bombing Yemen. Well, the Saudis anyway. And when you look at Sandy Hook, why are all the cars at the school during the shooting, why are all the cars black and silver? I mean, a normal car would be either yellow or red or blue or black or what, but they're all black and silver. And the reality is that the government officials drive black and silver cars. That's reality. There's all kinds of things like this, and even with 9/11, the building was made of glass, metal, and concrete, and steel. And apparently it burned. Well, steel doesn't burn. It doesn't burn. It melts, but it doesn't burn, and it has to get to a certain. It's just there's so many anomalies, and that's fine. There are lots of anomalies, but the people don't want to recognize these as threats to their way of life.
But there are theories and there are facts.
Yeah.
You have Sandy Hook. Okay, there's a lot of theories. People can shake their head and so on. No. We have to look at what the official government says. Okay, I challenge you, please go to the FBI's own website. I think it's fbi.gov.us. You go there, you search the number of homicides 2012, which was the year of the Sandy Hook massacre in December, and you go to Newport. You look at the number of people murdered that year, and you will see on their own website the number 0. I'm very sorry, the official story says 26.
Yeah.
It is right there in front of you. I'm not making this up. I love these type of things because that is what makes my life easier and more amusing. But it's right there in front of you. And by the way, the word government means, it comes from governmente, means control the mind. Mind control, you know. So when you trust your government, please remember the meaning. They're there to control your mind. They will tell you everything you want to hear, you know, change, freedom, liberty, whatever. Get me in office and I will totally blow you.
Truth is stranger than fiction. When it gets too hot in your kitchen. Truth is stranger than fiction. When it gets too hot in your kitchen.